And we are live. Following Michael's news report of the comings and goings of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
So out of all of them, Rory, what are you excited about?
Ms. Marvel,
Yes.
hands down, and WandaVision, and Shang-Chi for the kind of martial arts, and She-Hulk, because I think when I started really collecting, when I started earning money, working in a pub as a teenager, and I used to spend my money in Forbidden Planet, the She-Hulk series by John Byrne had just started around that time. So I got in on the kind of ground floor with that series, She-Hulk, and I just loved the humor in it. And also, she was just like a cool character, you know, strong in every sense of the word.
See, I read very little She-Hulk. Rory's moved to the actual Prisma Arena. Yep. Yes. We need to put laser lights around the place to make it look really cool. Hello, say hello. I've read very little She-Hulk, but the deck in Marvel Champions, it makes her a very, very appealing character. Like you said, you know, she's strong in multiple different ways, so it's cool. I like the fact that she is like this hardcore lawyer for the people. And then it's also, also happens to be like 7.5 feet tall and will straight murder you. So,
apparently in the game, I think if you give her Yarnborn, she becomes even more brutal. Somehow she gets her hands on Thor's weapon.
Oh man, that would be fun. That would be fun.
So has to. Do you have to behave today then? Because you're working?
In the chocolate factory, making art stuff.
Or is that just like working with Santa?
I think working with Santa. Xate has officially taken on the role of elf. Like Buddy the elf from the movie. Should be more basant, absent. What is basant even?
It's like a lower form of humor.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't remember our studio, Michael, but because here I am. But do you remember where I sit has a kind of slight slope on the floor? So throughout this whole game, I'm either going to start gradually edging this way as we play, or I'm going to have to keep fixing myself as I.
It's been so long since I've spent a significant amount of time in there.
Yes,
it's like I've probably got snacks and cans of drink still hidden in different places around the spaces.
You probably do. So I'm actually going to pick up copies of Holding On, and I'm going to look for some of the blank tarot size cards to see if we have any samples here to use on Monday.
Oh yes, because So this officially is going to be the last in our Let's Play series of Prisma Arena. And because of that, we're going to go out.
Although I did have an idea next week, but
okay, all right, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But do you want to tell folks what we're going to be doing in the future?
So we've been talking a lot about Holding On and Holding On kind of 2, and we know there's changes we'd want to make to the game going forward. So. I think one of the things we wanted to look at was the care mechanic within the game to add a little bit more controlled uncertainty, like consequence to your actions, to give people the illusion of control, which you don't really have when you're caring for someone. So, so I think we're going to, on Monday, start to look at that. And I took myself a big enough hole. I'm committed now. We'd start on Monday and then use the Fridays as well, I think, to look at that. I think I was going to say something else, but I'll hold that for us to have a conversation about Michael off camera.
You got to keep some secrets close to your chest.
Yeah, well, I just thought it'd be interesting to do it so that people would see our conversations that we have about it. Like, I'm not sure how fast the whole thing is going to progress, but you'll kind of see our discussions as how we talk through why we want something a certain way. I think starting with why holding on is the way it is at the moment, and then look at what changes we could make and try to keep it within the system, like without introducing anything too new.
Yeah, and I think that would make for some interesting. It would make some interesting discussion, at least, because we know how the first one was received. We know what people liked. We know what people didn't like, and it will be interesting to sort of work through that, because you and I both have very different approaches to how we do things, and it's not like it's headbutts at dawn or anything like that. But sometimes we both get stuck in different channels, and it's always an interesting way of an interesting thing to see how the negotiations sort of take place.
And like, I'm hoping if people are watching, then that they can chime in and they'll give us a different perspective, because I think also sometimes we spend our time solving problems that aren't really there as well. So we can
very true. So Headbots at Dawn is the name of my Clash Dueling Banjo cover band. I mean, I'd be there for that. And we also know that Michael is a very logical, sensible game designer, as seen on my streams during the week. Llamas on the Mood, Mane of Cheese, for example. Look, I just do what the people want. I give them what they want. Give them what they desire.
What they deserve.
Yeah. I'm not the hero that you need. I'm the hero you deserve. The Batman of game design. There you go. That's my line for 2021. It's no longer the international sweet boy of tabletop gaming. It's the Batman of game design.
The game designer you deserve.
Yeah, vigilante horror of awfulness. All right. Well, before we actually kick into the game, what have you been up to? Did you do any good playing of things? How's your soloing going? Obviously, it's only been a couple of days.
Yeah, since Wednesday. Well, I actually dug out God Tier and set it up, posted a photo on my Instagram account as evidence. So I started using so there was someone, I can't remember the name offhand, someone had created a solo set of rules, like an AI for the game. And I kind of immediately went off-piste with it because, well, I was kind of looking at the board going, what would I have done in this situation for the AI? And there's definitely a logic there. So an example would be, you've got champions and followers. Champions are the really powerful ones. And you really want to stop your opponent from scoring points off their banner, which is like a marker they put on the board. Because if it's still on the board at the end of the round, you're going to score like 4 points, which is a lot. So, the first course of action is move your champion towards a banner. But the thing is, there was other stuff in the way of them getting there. So my logic was like, remove any obstacle to the hero getting to the banner. So you'd use the followers to kind of take stuff out or move them out of the way. So that was like literally the first action in the game for this AI. I was like, nah, I'm not going to follow that rule. I'm going to do something else.
You can't tell me what to do.
But I mean, it's interesting because I've only played through one full round, and this is the furthest I've ever got playing God Tier, because it always, when I'm playing online with someone, we run out of time or whatever. But given, I don't think, have you played Underworlds, like Warhammer Underworlds?
I've not played it. I've seen you playing it.
Yeah, so it's just a lot simpler than that to get into. Like, there's no point values, so it's almost like a darker version of Prisma Arena in the sense of you just pick this faction and this faction, you put them together, you have their cards, there's no point cost to it, and you're moving stuff around. Combat is with dice. The rulebook could do with a bit of clarity, I think, or just pointing you to where stuff is. But it's actually quite simple to play, and it's all about like buffing and debuffing characters and setting stuff up, and how those three different types, or the different types of champions and their followers, interact with each other. because all the information's on the cards. Really, it's not about the rules; it's about the skills, they're called, that the characters have.
I kind of love the idea that you house rule to house rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, if only there was a show that we could talk about that. Maybe next Wednesday. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, me, Ken, Ksate, and Brian, ex of Nevermore Games, we were playing The Crew yesterday.
Ooh.
Which was cool. It's cool. I mean, I've actually played it before with, like, in real life with Connor and other folks.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, when I was playing it in real life, I kind of got it, but I kept on making mistakes. Now, admittedly, yesterday I also made some mistakes because it's been a hot minute. But actually playing it online is really, it's a bit more intuitive, and it's very, very cool. But yeah, the idea of a cooperative trick-taking game where you're trying to force the game into your image. Like, Michael made no mistakes. All hail Michael. No, you were shouting at me, say, because I screwed up stuff. Yeah, the idea that you are trying to force tricks down different ways to fulfill tasks is, like, really, really clever. And, like, when somebody does make an error, it's like, okay, how can we pull ourselves out of this and still manage to win this thing? Because every time you play, you're basically working your way through, like, I think it's 50 missions. We got up to like 14, I think, yesterday. And sometimes it's just like, okay, here are 3 cards. One player will get each card. Each player will get 1 card. And you have to make sure that they win the trick that contains that card. So say, for example, it's like a yellow 9, like I've got a yellow 9, fantastic. If somebody or myself leads with a yellow 9, and that's the one I need to win, nice and easy. But what happens if the card that you need to win very specifically has to be the second task that needs to be completed, and it's a low number, and all this weird little sort of like meta stuff. So, like, sometimes you have to do them in specific order. Sometimes a certain trick has to be the last one or the first one. There's very limited communication rules in the game as well. And yeah, I'm a very, very big fan of it.
Cool. I'll have to check it out. It is one of the ones that's kind of on my list, my short list of games to buy after lockdown.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, hi, Nicholas. Welcome. Pleasure to have you along. Yeah, what's nice as well is, it's a small box game and it's cheap and incredibly fun. Like, really, really interactive and a lot of fun. So I like it.
Cool. So, will we explain what we're thinking of doing today?
I mean, this is very much your baby. So let's see how you describe what wildness is going to go on.
So I'm actually, just bear with me a second. I'm going to bring up the rulebook because it says something specifically about powers, and we're going to immediately break that rule. Oh yeah, okay. So I probably could actually share. If I can zoom in, I can share screen. So StreamYard, share screen. Do you mind if I take over for a minute?
No, go for it.
Okay. Is that sharing? Okay. So so when it comes to managing your personal powers, it says, power limit and overload for your own safety. You must enforce a strict limit on your power set. We can't risk another incident of an overconfident recruit overloading and losing control. So I thought, let's do it where we overload and lose control. So the game says you can store a maximum of 9 different Prisma powers, and there's also a limit on the number of powers that each level can store. At the end of the game, you've got too many, you got to reduce down. So I'm thinking of, again, I think kind of like like an episode. So I'll stop sharing the screen here. So, I'll put this back up. So I'm thinking of it like we've snuck into the arena some night, right, when no one's watching, and we're like, let's kind of go full tilt and try our, use our powers. Like, we've got this under control. We don't need to worry about what happens. We won't lose control of our powers. So that was kind of the starting point. Now, I was actually thinking about it walking over. So when we spoke briefly about it on Wednesday, we talked about, so the idea was we would play at a higher Prisma level. So 5 or 6. And I think we maybe don't declare which one we're doing until we reveal our tokens. But there has to be a consequence to us doing that, right? So the obvious one, well, the most straightforward one, working with what we have in the system, is at the end of the game, you have to lose Prisma powers. But having said that, as I was reading the rules, there's that bit of like, you don't want to lose control. And I kind of feel like we want to model that in the game somehow, of the characters somehow lose, there should be a risk during the game of them like losing their power or something getting knocked out. But I'm not quite sure how to do that. So I am kind of looking at the bag and the idea of like randomly drawing hit tokens or something as a way of
because we can't like immediately go and ship. The easiest thing that we could do is like, hey, we roll a dice or whatever. But that's not in the box. It needs to be something that we've got in the system. But yeah, I like the idea. I mean, we were talking about it saying, hey, so if you choose to sort of like overpower, you would randomly lose 2 powers or maybe even 4 powers at the end of the game, that kind of thing. But yeah, I like the idea of a risk at some point. Basically, things just blow up and you just take a whole load of damage yourself. But like, it could also be anything in the surrounding spaces around you could also take
hits. Yeah,
could also take blast damage, as it were.
So I do have to reply to Ken's comment, right? And you obviously don't know me. There's a great there's an interesting book about people who, when they're young, who tend to take risks, but they're calculated risks. So they might break the law, but it would never be in a way that would kind of intentionally harm anyone else. I would have fallen into that category. So it's like, it's all about pushing the boundaries and the limits of what you can do, but not overstepping the line.
Chaotic good?
Yes, I think so.
I'm down with that.
So yeah, I think that idea of having tokens or something.
This is pretty interesting. When you play a card, you flip a card from the other deck. So like, the cards we've got off to the side. And if it matches in type, you take damage. I would then say, enhance that. If that damage is enough to take your hero out, then it blasts, and everything within blast radius will also take damage.
So what cards are you talking about? Like the other combo cards?
Yeah, this deck here. So if we shuffle that, and then every time your hero activates, you take anytime you play a combo card, you then flip a combo card off the top of this deck, and if it matches, they take a damage. If that damage is enough to take them out, then.
So do we include it with basic actions or only with combos?
I would say only with combo cards, because if you did it on basic actions, it would be every time.
Yeah.
But if you want to pull off a big combo with your hero, say for example, I do a simple action, like I do a move, and then I want to combo that into a blast, and I want to combo that into a move, and then combo that into a strike. I would have to, every time I play, flip a card off of the deck, and if it matched, then I'm gonna potentially take a hit.
Yeah, see, Ken is saying every time you use a Prisma power,
no, I can't say that. If it's when you use the cards, it's you tapping into the Prisma, like the energy.
Okay.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
Okay. You're pushing yourself further. Because it could be every time when you use a power.
Yeah. So Ken was suggesting when you use a combo card, you check.
Okay.
You're thinking when you use a power, you check. I mean, we could just say, hey, why not both? Because hey, it could be funny.
Let's do both, because I think there has to be enough opportunity for it to happen.
All right. Okay. Some are universal, and that seems really fiddly, says Ken. I mean, true.
Well, it just means every time you say you're using that power, you have to do the check.
Yeah. Okay, I'm down with that. Because, I mean, I'm going to be using my strike +1. So it's like anytime my hero does a strike, it's pretty much obvious that I'm going to have to flip one of those things.
Yeah, the some, though, that aren't tied to... So I would use the argument, if the combo card references any symbol that's on the card, so some of them reference like a blast or strike, so there's a higher chance of that kicking off. We'll see. Yeah, let's just try that and see.
Yeah, okay. So, say, for example, you've got, like, if my Mirage move card is used, when I begin a move ungrappled, if I actually do choose to move through characters ignoring grappling, then boom.
Yeah.
Do that check immediately. The audience like it. The audience appreciate it. All right, so of course, normally in a fully leveled up game, you and I are allowed to use 4 points worth of stuff.
Can I throw something else?
5 or you want to do 6? Yeah, go for it.
I think we need to reveal a card for each level of the power. Because if you think of because I could theoretically have 2 level 3 powers, but they all only reference move and strike. And if I'm only ever doing that once, or actually, you could do that, but you take that number of hits based on the power. That might be a way to do it.
Okay, so if I'm using the Rainbow Claws to strike from a distance, and I flip a strike card, I'll take 2 damage because it's a level 2 power. Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that. Yeah, base the damage on the level of the power.
Yeah. Okay. Because at least then we're only doing 1 check, and we're not necessarily going to run through that deck in the game.
So, we're just going to do it for powers, or with combo cards as well, just to clarify?
Let's just do it with... Because I'm concerned about it would happen too often within the game. So I would do it with powers, I think. Okay,
so, I mean, that makes sort of logical story sense as well, because... the Prisma powers are the things that we have earned over time. And it's now that we are pushing the boundaries of these Prisma powers by trying to take more on, I guess. So with that in mind, let's make a selection.
Okay. So
now the question is 5 or 6 points?
Ooh.
Because we did say if you're going to go to level 5, you would lose 2 powers at the end of the game.
Yeah, so maybe that's
push to level 6. If you push to level 6, you lose 4 powers at the end of the game.
Oh, that's a bit steep. 4.
Yeah, that's what you said yesterday.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Well, if we're taking the hits, I wonder if okay, yeah, let's do 2 and 3. I would say 2 and 3.
Well, I would actually change that. I would say 1 and 3, because it's like if you go to like level 5, it's like, oh, you're a little bit over the edge, oh, you're just slightly into the red zone, and losing one. But if you choose to really push it, that extra pain, like the potential of losing 3 powers instead of, just 2, there's got to, with great responsibility, with great power comes great responsibility, Rory.
With great responsibility comes awesome power.
Yeah, with great responsibility comes horrifying levels of damage.
Yeah. Okay. Let's.
House rule.
Okay, so let's have a look.
All right, I'm gonna go full on. I'm gonna go 6. I think. Yeah, this isn't a house rule. This is an arena rule.
I did have a combo, and I've forgotten what it is now.
Yours was a lot of 2s, I think.
That's I think it was combining Zippy and Prismatic Boots.
Okay. I have selected my combination, my winning combination. And I'm covering up this side of the board so I can't see Rory's cards. I can't read them from this distance anyway, so it's all good.
I think I'll go for this, actually. Not that I'm really hiding what it is, but
I cannot remember for the life of me what they are. I know one of them is Zippy, but that's it.
Actually.
Now, you kids, don't burn down the arena while I'm gone. Four, is it?
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be like okay. Michael's bad at tracking stuff at the best of times. Using multiple powers is going to be quite the challenge. We'll be all right though.
As well, actually, so that I've never done before.
Mm-hmm.
So I won the last game. Did I? I can't remember.
You did.
Oh, yeah, look who turns up.
Yeah. All right. Let's tidy up these a little bit. You did indeed win the last game.
Okay. So actually, obstacles first.
That's Rory's setup there. Is my setup.
So you have. Oh no! So you get to go first, actually.
Okay. So I shall drop that there. I think. Let's go for.
So I was playing a demo game last night as part of the Spielathon. It was like a fundraiser, and I was demoing to 2 people. And the way they set up completely like kind of randomly, the way they set up the barriers created this really weird bottleneck that made it really like it was just up around here on the board, and it was really hard to get in. Like it was actually really interesting to see. You just couldn't get angles. So
you're not going to try and re-emulate that for today's game?
I'm actually thinking I kind of need to hold stuff back at my end of the table.
I'm going to go there.
Okay.
So yeah, this is like the end of season finale of the comics.
Yeah.
Or the animated series.
This is not like what if.
No, this is real. This is too real. I warned you, kids. I told you should never try to push too far.
Okay.
All right. So next up is placing of characters. And let's see what happens, shall we, kids?
So we put this over here this side.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right. I am placed. And I'll also draw my cards. Okay.
Okay. Shuffle. I'm kind of nervously excited.
Nervous-sighted.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like an illness.
All right, let me just spin your characters around for the overhead view.
Oh, yeah.
Bum, bum, bum. There we go. All right. So, the overpower extravaganza commences. Rory, would you care to go first?
Sorry,
I should probably reveal what
cards, and I cannot see where they went. You got cards like on the ground or something?
My cards? No. It says there's 3 in your hand.
Yeah.
Push H, see if they appear.
I'm hitting H. That's weird. Yeah, I'm gonna hit refresh. Hang on a second. I might just disappear for a second.
No worries.
I won't disappear here. I keep forgetting that. It's like on the game I'll disappear, but I'm still here. That would be really weird if I just
just popped out of existence and popped back in like some character out of Rent a Ghost.
Like, hang on, Michael, I'm just gonna hit refresh.
Yeah, and then it sort of like hangs, so we only see like 2/3 of your head.
Like that.
Beautiful. Beautifully done. Well done.
Hope you all took that opportunity to do a screen grab. Oh, yeah. Oh, do you know what it is? Sorry. I had my screen, my browser window pushed down lower, so I just wasn't seeing that bit. Okay.
Professionalism.
I know.
All right.
You want to reveal our powers?
So go, yeah. Okay, well, I'll show my ones off first, so we'll dump down this side. So, surprising nobody, I am going with Shard Strike, so my strikes are going to be Force +1. Combining that with Rainbow Claws, so I can strike from a distance. And then combining that with Prismatic Jolt, so if I move, I can go 1 move down, but do damage in adjacent spaces. Now, I was thinking I could have done just a full-on strike build. So I could have done like when you strike a character, you can move the target 1 to 6 spaces. But I wanted to mix it up a little bit just to see what it's like.
Yeah, I have a weird eclectic mix. I think you're going to be winning this game. So I've got, at the end of a move action, you may take 2 hits to perform an additional move of 1 to 2. You're going to grab it. So I'm going to be
the most hated power in the game.
But it's really interesting because now I have to think about the odds of me pulling a card out that might give me damage.
Because then if you pulled a move card out of the deck, then you'll take another 2 damage on top of that.
Yeah.
Weak. All right.
When performing a move action, you may include 1 additional diagonal space in your movement.
That's pretty rough, actually. That's expensive.
And once per activation during a move, you may choose 1 ungrapple friendly Mokon anywhere in the arena and move that Mokon. and you may ignore move effects targeting you.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Not the I think the best combination. So here's the thing. I'm assuming we're gonna take our own hits. So you're not gonna score points to them. It's more like you're just gonna get bounced out of the arena for it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Which is potentially
because it's you doing damage to yourself. Yeah. So really, I would say the majority of the points in the game are probably going to come from hit and Mocon.
Yes. So what I'm wondering though is, should we? Oh. Here, can I suggest something?
Go for it.
Because I'm trying to think again within the game space. And there's something about that will slow the game down, right? If we're constantly taking hits on ourselves as a result of that. Whereas the game should be kind of faster and over the top.
Yeah.
I think if we take a number of hits equal, so I think if we draw one of those cards and it matches, we take a token and we put it over one of our Prisma levels.
Okay.
And if we take 4 of them, we're basically KO'd.
Permanently?
Yeah. And we lose the game.
Okay. So it's not specific. So you can still be damaged. You can still be bounced out of the arena, everything. But if you hit 4 matches from using powers,
you've essentially burnt out. And you have to call off the game, and the medics have been called in. Because it'll get to a point where like I can't, do I risk using my power to take you out, or do I have to like stop using them if I want to win the game?
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
I can't think, or
you're never gonna be able to force an opponent into using their 4th life, essentially, though.
Oh yes, actually can. Because that's what I was thinking, is it could actually decrease your Prisma level. But maybe a way to do it is, it like Ken is saying, is it turns your powers off.
Okay.
So you don't lose the game permanently. You're not. So you still get to play the game through, but basically your powers deactivate. They overload and deactivate.
Okay, so say for example, I am currently at level 6. Then, if I use one of them and it combos and it happens, I have to switch off one of my powers because I've only got 5.
No, I'm thinking more that you'd put a token over your level. And if you fill up all of those levels, all of your powers switch off. Okay,
that sounds cool. So you go from like fully, bright shining like a diamond to just sputtering out into. And I ain't got no abilities no more.
And actually, I mean, we can do it based on, again, the Prisma level. So if you trigger it on a Prisma level 3, you're going to cover over 3 of them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that. That sounds cool.
And that could equate then to how many Prisma powers you lose at the end of the game. So tie it all together.
Gotcha. All right. Let's let this horror commence.
It's fun. Okay.
Prisma Arena, the dark side.
After dark.
Prisma Arena Nights. Prisma Arena Extreme.
Okay. Oh, I'm suddenly like really reluctant to use my powers.
I mean, that zippy, like, because I know you love using the extra diagonal. That's just horrible now.
Yep.
But it's like, anytime I want to hit you harder, I have to flip a card, and that's that's awful.
Okay. What you gonna do, Michael?
Letting you go first.
Okay. So I will activate Grova, and they will. I'm just gonna move, I think.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
Okay. I will activate Sana. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's still within range. So Sana will do their call and move my hero forward 1.
Okay. Hang on. Who's doing that? That's Sana.
Sana.
Yeah, you're still like thinking of like the old version of the game. Sana
I'm doing +1, aren't I? Yeah. Sorry, I'll move back. There you
go. Because it would have moved me as well. We'll keep that for another Mocon.
Yeah. It's like Michael's brain firmly in early 2019, apparently.
Okay. So I will activate my hero. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then do I get to use the power first?
Oh yeah. You still get to. It will only, like a check only should trigger once you've used the power.
Okay, so I'm going to take 2 hits to move an additional 2.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this.
So now we get to see if you break your ankle.
Nope. Okay.
You get away with it.
And then I do a focus blast.
No.
For 3. And I will, for the hell of it. No, actually, God, I really don't want to get myself into trouble. Hang on. Do I want to do it? No, it's okay. Okay.
All right. Can I hurt you? Yeah, I can. All right. So
Bug. Actually, you know what, Michael? We should make a game called Bug Igloo.
And then it comes with no batteries not included.
Little insects living in a frozen wasteland.
Little lightning bugs.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to get as many of them glowing as possible to win the game. And now it's electric bug igloo. All right, my hero moves 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do a dazzling blast, hitting your hero for 3. Like so.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get to move them 1, so I'm going to move them 1 down that way.
So I can ignore move effects targeting me.
Okay, then stay where you are.
Oh, shit. That's my first one.
All right, so that is 1 down. Oh, this is nasty, man. But the nice thing is,
like I feel this crackle through my body of what's going on? I thought I could control this. Akira!
My God! Yeah, eventually you explode in like this giant gelatinous mess and destroy Neo Tokyo.
No, like sparkling rainbows. This is like Prisma Arena. It's like, ooh, that's cute and kind of gross all at the same time.
Actually, wasn't it? I think they just brought Akira back to the cinemas over here, didn't they?
Oh, did they?
Like literally, like last week for like a 4K, like rebuild of it, but no cinemas in the country are open. Whoops. Yeah, go do work. So
Yeah.
enjoy streaming.
Have fun.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. So over to you.
So I need to activate New Hawk. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 there.
Okay. I'm just going to do a move of Fark. One, 2, 3, 4. Nice and simple. All right. So that is the end of the first round.
Yep.
Let's refresh everybody. I just need to give you this. Draw a couple of extra cards. Okay. Okay. Right. Rory, I will go first.
No surprises.
Yeah. So I'm going to have Sana activate and do a blast, which will be enough to take you off the board.
Mm-hmm.
But it will only get me 4 points, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. Better than nothing.
Is that it? Oh, they're gone.
Is that it? I mean, this is a very good question. I'm gonna. Okay. I want to ask for a rewind because I want to do something ridiculous, but I will leave it to you. It is at potential cost to me. I'm gonna try and do something ridiculous.
So I've got 2 hits on me, and I had 2 hits on me. No,
you had 3 on you. You're still gonna die. Don't worry.
Oh no, I figured.
Okay, so I'm not going to activate Summit. What I am going to do is activate my hero, and we're going to do the prismatic jolt so I can move 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be 1, 2, 3. I stomp into this space, doing 1 damage, which is enough to take you off for the 4 points. And then because I've used power that's got a move ability.
Go on.
Yeah, baby!
Oh. It would have been nice for you to take 3 tokens.
Oh, it would have been funny. All right, so your hero gets knocked off the board. And then I'm going to combo that into a diving blast to there. Boomf.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting Grover for 2. Why did Grover have 2 hits on him?
No, oh, sorry, I put through my own on by mistake.
Oh, okay. So they're off the board as well now then.
No, they've only taken 2 hits.
Okay.
So I was being helpful by putting my own hits on.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna stop there.
Huh.
Yeah, I've just remembered if I had drawn a move card there, that'd have been 3 off. Oh, I've got to be careful with that.
So your hero got any hits on them? No.
None whatsoever.
Okay. Okay. And they've activated. I think it's a bit of a waste. I think I'll just activate. Grova.
The Queen's Gambit, Season 2, Prisma Arena.
Yeah, and blast for 2.
Okay.
Okay, on your hero, and then I will leap.
Where you going? You running away? Oh no, coming at me.
I'll go to there, I think, and do a focus blast on Farg.
How?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's not in line.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could go to that spot.
Yeah. So I was thinking I was in the crossfire, but I'm not. So 2 hits on Farg.
17 out of 10, Ken. Well done. Queen's Gambit 2, Star Wars, Queen's Gambit. And then Queen's Gambit 3, Star Wars, Battle for Naboo. I know Star Wars references. No good ones.
Over to you.
Uh-huh. Did you do the extra? Oh, yeah, you did the hit on Vark. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, I think it would be foolish to not just have Farg do a blast and hit Grov for 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that takes Grov off the board.
Yep.
And I will then have them weave. 1, 2, 3. And I'll combo it into a dual blast, or I'll just blast once so it hits New Hawk for 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Inu or New Hawk will not be goaded and is going to blast your hero for 2.
Powerful.
And yeah, well, I don't do anything else. Actually, yeah, okay, I'll do this then. I'll sprint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Has Sona activated? No. And then I will just direct strike for 3, which is enough to take out your hero. 1, 2, 3, 4, and
boom.
Earn 7 points.
That's a big 7. Nicely done. Yeah, Sunna has not activated. So okay, yeah, I'll just have Sunna move. And 1, 2. And then we'll do Leaping Strike, which will hit for 1. But it'll have you in grapple, so there you go.
Okay. So I'm still a point behind. So before I activate my hero, I get to throw a combo card. Okay. Nope. So I will. They're just out of range. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Will I, for the hell of it, will I call my hero back? I don't. I think I need to save it for when I actually really need to get out of here. And I'll combo into a throwing strike, which will be enough to bounce Farg.
But my hero,
durability won't trigger. So
my hero's off the board.
111.
Okay, so those are yours. All right, so that is everybody on my side, everybody on your side. That then is yours. Okay. Reset and draw some more cards.
Ready to go?
Okay. Yep.
I'll go first, just so I can point. It gets on it, so you're all off the board.
So that is Nuhawk bounces Sunna off for another 4 points for you. Okay. And obviously, I'm going to assume you're not going to do anything else.
No, because I actually forgot to throw my combo cards.
Okay, grab them and see if there's anything else you want to do. Like, you might want to pull Nuhawk back or something.
No, I'll leave them there, I think.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, go on, do it.
What? What? I'm not going to do nothing. Nothing, mate. I'm going to activate my hero. And as I'm behind, I get to draw another card. See what it is. All right. I'm going to kick off by sprinting. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to the middle.
Use your rainbow claws, Michael.
I'm going to use my rainbow claws with a dual strike, just hitting you once. So that'll do 4 damage on your hero.
Okay. Okay, I'll take them.
I got it. So 4 damage on your hero. Then I got to flip a card. It's a blast. And then, oh, Ken, you read my mind. Cue Benny Hill music. Because I'm going to go into another sprint. Run all the way back. Just runs up, goes, bang, flees. Oh, that's all my cards, but it's worth it. But just doing something so ridiculous. I mean, admittedly, if you have a blast, yeah, you can just come down and try and hit me, but that's okay.
I'm gonna activate. Not then. Can I activate them? I think I've been drawn.
Straight out gravity falls. Yep, runs up from a mile away, punches once, runs back to the start. Screams grappling hook at top of voice. Grappling hook.
Yep. That's over to you.
I think I'll activate Fog. I'm going to move and go 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's taking a long way around.
Just wants to check out the scenery. You know, it's not often that Fog gets to come into the Prisma Arena at night. And, you know, never knows what he's going to find. Might find a crunchy bug to snack on. Does Fog eat bugs? I don't know. I mean, Rory, as the keeper of the books of Prisma Arena lore, what do Mocon eat?
They don't.
What?
They're energetic. They
are beings of pure energy.
They kind of appear from within you.
Okay.
It's then whether you have control over them and they want to go back afterwards. So my hero, you're just, even if I use like my 1, 2, 3, 4, my extra stretch, I can't get over to you. Yeah, sad face. But then again, I don't want to actually end my turn then your end of the arena, because that would be
death.
Okay, so I'm going to strategize with my last. Oh, that's my last card. That's no good. That back. And then I will move 1. That's it.
Okay. Then I'm going to activate. So I was thinking, just thinking to myself, have I activated my hero? It's like, yeah, you made them run all the way up the middle, punch someone, then run away again. Okay. So let's activate Sunna. And Sunna is going to work as Major Protector and just move to there.
Okay.
Done. So is that everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so let's reset.
1. You do have a lot of points on the table.
I do.
So I think I have to change my playstyle.
To cowardice.
Run away. Yeah. Defensive, I think.
Okay, let's think about this.
Oh, I don't know what I could have done. I could have bounced myself. Which would have been funny if I overpowered at that point as well.
Yeah. Okay. Let's think about this. I am going to move Fog. No, I'm not going to move. You're going to go. You go first. Run away. I will hold on to the advantage, albeit temporarily. The final showdown.
I'll activate.
Mm-hmm.
And go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I will dazzling blast Farg to there.
No.
Putting 2 hits on him.
Yep.
Then I will barge.
No.
And
You're going to make it so I'm just going to punch Sana.
1, 2, and swing him right to there with barge, and then I'm gonna punch him. Pew-pew. 2 punches. Actually, and as I'm doing it, I'm gonna use Sana's ability.
Just punch him so hard, just swings him around 360 degrees.
Okay.
All right, so that's 4 points for you. So that gets you to 19.
Yeah.
Farg comes off.
Your hero has to punch Sana.
I mean, it's only for 1, so it's not terrible.
No.
It's not great, admittedly, but it's fine. All right. Grover's got no hits. New Hawk's got a lot. Losa's got a lot. Okay, I'm going to move Sana. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yes. Over to you.
Okay. I'm going to actually send New Hawk in. 2, 3, 4. And distract your hero.
You son of a... All right, so they'll go on the deck. Shuffle them up. Draw 3 new ones. Okay.
It's not always a bad thing.
No, not necessarily.
And I'll leave them there, I think.
Yeah.
Make you work for them for the hit. I'm not gonna just end up where you can take me out.
Okay, so I will activate my hero. With a sprint. Just running laps back and forth. Although this time I'm going to hit you with a focus blast.
Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're using the focus blast. You're not using your ability. Oh, okay.
No. I learned my lesson last time. I felt too worried and nervous. So I'm going to do that. And then I will combo that into a leap to get the heck away. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, so those are yours. I get... That's a full 6 for that, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm 14. Yikes. Okay, over to you. Because, yeah, you've got your hero left, but only one card. So I think I'm safe.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to use Call.
Okay.
To move them to there.
Okay, so you got to flip a card.
Oh, hang on. You can still strike though from there, can't you? Yeah.
Yep.
There's not much point in me doing that then. I won't bother with that, but I am going to use prismatic boost.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to do that actually?
I don't know.
You know what? I am not going to just yet. Because you've got activation and... Oh, you can't blast me actually. Hang on. Yeah, I will do it. I'll go 1, 2.
Okay, so you got to flip and see if you pull a move.
I'll actually go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
And you don't. You're good.
And then I'll do a diving blast. But I get to ignore. Oh shoot! If I do that, then ignore move effects targeting you. You know what? I'll take the dive. I'm not gonna withhold it. So that's gonna be 2 hits on your hero.
Okay. You
Just
can. I got the other one. All right. So I have. So yeah, this is the last activation. So I'm going to bring Farg in here, and he's just going to do a straight blast, hitting New Hawk for 2, which is enough to take him off. I shall remove those. That gets me to 18.
One up from behind.
Oh, yes. All right.
That's it.
End of the round. Reset for horror. Let's get a couple of cards.
So how are you finding it so far?
I'm actually kind of like it. I like the idea of... I'm very worried about using my powers. Like, I like the fact that I have more stuff available and open to me, but I am reticent to use them a lot. Now, as we're getting closer to the end game, and I am still unhit, essentially, you know, I'm still good. I would kind of be inclined to play a little bit more risky now, but yeah, we'll see how it goes, I guess. All right.
I'm just realizing all of my things are move related. Which is probably not the best idea.
Well, Rory, speaking of moving,
You gonna start?
Will start. I'm gonna move my hero. One, 2, 3. And I'm going to combo that into a direct strike.
So 4,
which will hit you 4, which should be enough to take you off.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 22. Now, of course, that is a power use. So am I going to... Okay, so as it's a strike that was done from a distance, if this flips and it's strike card, I'll take 3 Prisma damage.
3. Oh, yes!
So, it was all worth it for victory.
So which ability were you using?
The Shard Strike and the Rainbow Claws together.
Okay.
Because I was striking from a distance. So
Well, hang on there. So you're actually drawing separately for each one. I would say you're drawing separately for each one.
okay. So well, we'll say that the first one then was for the rainbow claws because it was the higher one, and the second one is bar. Okay, I get away with it slightly.
Mm-hmm.
So I still take 2 prismatic damage. All right. Over to you. The final round. Do you got what it takes to destroy Grover?
I don't really.
To get Grover into destroying Sonna.
I have to do a weird sequence. It's not going to work. Hang on. I cannot do it. They haven't activated yet, though. Okay. I think I have to do it this way.
Okay.
Can I activate Grover? We're going to move 1. Well, sorry, they're actually going to go there.
Okay.
And perform a leaping strike. So they're going to go there. And they're going to use their ability to swing Sonna to there.
Mm-hmm.
And so that'll only do 1 hit to them.
Strike is 1. Yep. Okay, I got it. Okay, you got it.
What's that other hit on them?
From when you knocked Farg out and my hero got angry.
Oh shit! So I'll only get a draw. Okay. And that's it. That's all I can do.
Okay. All right, let's think about this. Think about things. Yep. I am going to have Sonna activate and just do a strike.
Okay.
There you go. So keep it simple. That's 2 damage on Grover. Okay. Let's go. The FCC Rory has commented on your use of language.
Oh, really? Sorry. Okay, so I'll activate my hero. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even need to use my abilities. And they are going to he has line of fire from there. I'm going to call Sonna first while I'm doing that. Sorry, call.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that might get them out of trouble. But I got to take the risk. Nope.
Okay.
And then I will dual blast on Sonnet. Just 2 hits.
Which is enough to
and
bounce
puts us
them
at a
out.
draw.
Okay, so we'll have to then go to, assuming it stays like that, it will be sudden death.
Well, we could agree to stop at this point, but hell no.
Oh, good. All right. So I've only got Farg left. Who is right here. 2, 3.
I should be just out of range unless you've got like a diving blast.
Yeah, you are out of range. I'm just going to go over to here with Farg's activation. Try and keep him vaguely out of the way.
All right, and Sun is off the board.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it. Yep. So
no, I have New Hook.
Oh, sorry, man. Go for it.
I will activate New Hawk. I think I'll just go straight to there. Because I will have that next round.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. Draw.
I don't believe it.
In a good way or a bad way?
Oh, Michael, I just realized I did something wrong on you earlier.
What?
I used New Hawk like Inu.
Mm-hmm.
I should have copied one of your powers rather than...
Oh, rather than distract?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine. I'll let it go.
Okay. So I get to go first?
Yeah. So it is first bounce wins now, yeah? That's the ruling.
Mm-hmm. So
are you able to take me out right now?
Yes. With New Hook. That's what reminded me. So they're going to blast. Hit your hero for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're going to weave. 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to copy. Covet. Strike.
Mm-hmm.
Or your direct strike and punch you for 4.
No.
More than what was needed.
But very definitive.
Yeah, just in case there's any doubt whatsoever.
Nice one. Congratulations.
Yay!
Yes, so if you had not done the call from there to there, obviously I had Farg in this position.
You had a blast in your hand.
Moved, and I could have done the focus blast, which would have been enough to take him out.
No, I figured. So I had to take the risk.
Yeah, of course.
Use my call.
Yeah. Congratulations. Now,
Cool.
what pain happens, if anything?
Oh, yeah, actually. So we lose powers.
Yeah. So I have lost. So I will lose 2 powers.
Yeah. So I think I would do it where we have to just shuffle up our cards.
Yeah.
So I got to ask, like in the chat, what do you think of that approach to the fight?
Ken seem to enjoy it, which is good. Yeah, they will stack on top of each other, won't they? Yeah, cool.
Okay.
All right, shuffle.
Well, I think you have to shuffle one more time because you can't decide what card is going to be on top.
Yeah, well, no. What I was going to do is I was going to shuffle and then flip, and then whichever one is at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I will shuffle.
No.
So I know I'm not losing one of my great ones, but I'm losing my other great one.
Which one have you lost?
My prismatic jolt, that is gone.
Oh.
Just let me lock that so I can get rid of that token. And shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. God freaking damn it.
Oh, yes.
Curses. My most used power across like the 17 games that we've played.
You've been taken down a notch, my friend.
I have. All right, so
I lost prismatic projection.
Okay. I mean, that's a good one to drop as well, but
so I mean, what I like is it's gonna. None of us actually went for powers in this game. I completely forgot I was going to, but I think what's interesting is now we kind of have to like build ourselves back up again.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I mean, I would only. All right, so Ken mentions, hey, this would be really cool to like print at home and add more to the game. So like it's a print at home expansion, that kind of thing. Because it's all it is like a couple of extra rules, and I think it's cool. I actually do think it's cool, and like it doesn't screw about with the game at all, which is nice. But I like the idea of okay, we're going to go for an all-out battle. But then we are invariably going to lose something. It's not guaranteed, but it's highly likely we're going to lose something. But that build, like the evolution of the characters, starting off with nothing, building up through powers, getting more powers, getting more powers, getting more powers. I like that it's now sort of like it's not just a hey, we're up at this top end of the graph, and now we're going to be like this forever. I like that it is now actually a bit more like wavy. There will be ups, there will be downs. Yeah, I kind of dig it, actually.
So Ken, Hussein, I like the idea of a one versus many. Where someone has gone well off the deep end, where you got to bring them back. So that'll be interesting for one player to kind of go full on maxed out power, and then the others have to take them down. Take them down.
That'd be interesting. You could have them because they're sort of like crazed with power. You could have them that the powers that they select at the start of the game, they must use them as much as possible because it's like I am, they're basically Ultron and going absolutely wild. And it's more like if you are, you would need to have something that forces them into using power. So you're either going to knock them out by battering them a lot and bouncing them out of the arena. So you could do, every time you bounce the opposing hero out of the arena, they lose a prismatic energy. But also,
so you're trying to do it backwards.
Yeah. So you're trying to sort of like take them down that way, but they can also do damage to themselves by comboing the card. Because you need some kind of victory condition.
So you could do it where, you have a card where the character's Prisma level is like 8. And every time you
power.
And as you bounce them, then or 6, but when you bounce them, you cover one of them off, or you reduce their level. So you're trying to get them back to 4 or something like that. Because I think on average, you could do it if you have multiple players, then you could theoretically bounce a player who was level 8 4 times in the game if you had multiple heroes working against them.
Well, I mean, Rory, we keep on having, we talked about for the last 4 months, it's like, hey, heroes. Why not introduce a villain? and it's like you have this universe that inside your head. You could have like an overpowered villain, and the only way to beat them is to literally remove their ability to use powers. It's not about points anymore. It's about
destroy. That is in my head, but that they would most likely be a bringer of despair, and I kind of want to give them different flavored powers. I haven't worked out yet.
That's cool. I mean, it could be something to consider for, the extended Prisma Arena universe sort of thing. If we ever do expansions or a second game, anything like that, it could be. We're going to need villains at some point, and I think it would be, that would be an interesting way to play. I think.
Yeah. One thing I was thinking of was playing with multiple Mocon. So we would draft like 4 Mocon, and you choose which 2 to bring into the arena at the beginning. But as you play, if they get bounced, you have to bring in another one, a different one instead. So I was just trying to think of that kind of there was that kind of variant, and the other one was like a
like a cyclic nature kind of thing. What video game does that? There's I think is it it might be like a Street Fighter versus X-Men. You choose 3 at the start, and then when one of them gets down to 0 health, the next one jumps in, and then similar kind of vibe. Yeah.
And the other one was like a tag team. So for example, if we were playing at the moment, we're focusing on leveling up 1 hero. But if we were to level up 2 heroes with 2 different power sets, that you would play a kind of a tag team where you come in with one, and then at some point we'd have to kind of figure out like what the basis for it would be, maybe the center tile or a new marker that you can basically switch out with another hero to come back in with their other power set as well. So you get more powers in the arena, because it would give you another character to level up.
I mean, Ken also mentions 4-player mode, but with 2 players. So yeah, it's like I have everything on this side of the board. You have everything on that side of the board. Against WWE tag team rules. I mean, we all know that pro wrestling tag team has no rules. It comes in with a bicycle, that kind of thing. He got a bicycle. You don't know what that is, Rory. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm on the outside watching in, Michael, to the window.
That's it. Who brings a bicycle to a wrestling arena? I don't know. Cool. All right, that was cool. I definitely think there's something there. I think it was fun, and the risk reward. God, when I flipped that thing and it was a strike, it was just like, God damn it. I think you were being very generous with the, hey, you're flipping 1 for each power that you use, though. I think it's an all or nothing kind of vibe would be cool.
Well, I think if you keep the rule that for every power you flip a card, so you're kind of doing it for each one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, losing 2 powers hurts. Losing 3 powers would have hurt a lot more.
Yes, it would.
It was super good, though. Cool. All right. So you and I are going to be back on Monday, same time, 2:00, for our first explorations into the glorious world of Holding On To, potentially. So,
yes.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So folks can come and join us and harangue us and harass us and
help us.
Mainly helping would be useful.
Yeah.
But I'm sure haranguing and harassing will also be a thing.
But that one first, help us, and then when you get bored, harass us and harangue us.
Yeah, and it'll be all good. Cool. You got anything planned for the weekend? Are you? We're officially out of lockdown again, aren't we?
Yes, we are. What have I got planned? Our daughters are kind of officially finishing school today. We're keeping one of them home just so that we can, with the school's permission, so that we can ensure we get to see Anita's parents at Christmas. But nothing major planned over the weekend, I don't think. Probably try and dig into Holding On at some point. to try to refresh myself on the game. That's one of the things I think we should. Well, I wonder if we should play a couple of rounds at the beginning just to get back into it.
Yeah, cool.
So other people, so we can talk about how it works and why it works the way it does.
Yeah, that's a good way. A good way to start it, just to sort of like refresh our memories on, the mechanisms, show people how it's working, and obviously then we can start thinking about what we can alter, what we can change. So that'd be good. Cool. I am streaming tomorrow. I'm going to do some Fury of Dracula. Check out what the updates are like. And I think on Sunday I'm going to do my first analog stream. I'm going to do some Orleans solo.
Okay.
Because now I've got multiple cameras, I can just focus on different bits and go, ooh, look at this majestic stuff that's going on. So yeah, that'll be interesting. We'll see how that goes. And maybe finishing season 2 of Westworld. We'll see. And then I've got season 3 to go through. Cool. All right, everyone, thank you very much for joining us. It is much appreciated. And if you're watching this on whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, or you're watching this on Catch Up, thank you. And yeah, we'll be back again next week. Have an awesome weekend, everyone.
Have a great one. Bye.
Bye.